Simplify. 74.8 plus 68.79 minus 47.609 minus 7.08. Now, whenever we have to simplify, what are we supposed to do is, we have to remember the DMAS or the BODMAS rule. Here we have only addition and subtraction. So it is understood that we need to add first and then we need to subtract. But if we look at these numbers that are given here, we see that these are to be added and both of these are to be subtracted from this. So if we are going to solve question number 1, what are we to do? We are to add the first and the second number, and then from the total of the third and the fourth number, we are to subtract this total from the first sum. So that's how you would do question number 1. But I have written question number 2 on the board, and this one I will be solving. So what is this question? 68.3 minus 102.735 plus 217.96 minus 37.7. So in this question, from this we have to subtract 102. If you look at this number, it is less than this number. So obviously you won't be able to subtract it. And we also know that whenever there is addition and subtraction involved, we are to first add and then we need to subtract. So I cannot subtract this first. So what am I supposed to do? This number is to be subtracted. This number has to be added. This number has to be subtracted. So what I will do is first I'll add up the numbers that are to be added. So I've written here already 68.3 and 217.96. So these are the numbers to be added. Now both of these are to be subtracted from the sum of this. So what we can do is we can add up the total number that has to be subtracted. So in order to get the total, we need to add these two also. So 102.735 plus 37.7. So once we have added, then from the sum of the first one, we will subtract the sum of the second one. So change them into like by placing zeros. Plus 0 is 6, 12 carry 1, 16 carry 1, 8, 286 5, 3, 14 carry 1, 10 carry 1, 140. So this from 286.26 we have to subtract this 286.26 we have to subtract 140.435. Now if you look at this number, they are not like again. So what are you to do? Place zeros wherever there is no digit. Now 10 minus 5 is 5. This has become 5 because you had borrowed 1. 5 minus 3 is 2. Now 2 minus 4 is not possible. You borrow again, it becomes 12. 12 minus 8, 4 is 8. This had become 5. 5 minus 0 is 5. 8 minus 4 is 4. And 2 minus 1 is 1. Now look at question number 3. In question number 3, you have this minus this minus this minus this. So all these three numbers are to be subtracted from the first number. So you won't do 3 subtractions. Instead of this minus this and then from the answer you minus this and from the answer you minus this. That's not the way you do it. Okay, what you have to do is you will add up all the 3 numbers that have to be subtracted from the first number. So you'll add the second number, the third number, and the fourth number. and the total that you get, you will subtract it from the first number. That's how you will do that. And if you look at question number 4 also, it is quite similar to the third one. In this also it is this minus this minus this. So both the second and the third number has to be subtracted from the first number. So instead of subtracting twice, you will add up the second and the third number, and that total you will subtract from 77.7. Is it clear? Okay. Now we go to the next. What is to be added to this to get that? So I don't read the numbers when I read the word problems. Now make it simple. What is to be added to 7 to get 9? For question number 4, what has to be added to 7 to get 9? So if we make it simpler, it becomes that. So we know that 2 has to be added to 7 to make it 9. Now the numbers that are given to us is 7 and 9. So 9 minus 7 is 2. So here from 91.03, we are to subtract 73.6. Next, what is to be subtracted from 6 to get 0? I'm changing the numbers if you can make out. I'm changing it a little so that you understand the question. What is to be subtracted from 6 to get 0? Question number 5. What is to be subtracted from 6 to get 0? So from 6 we will subtract 6, then we get a 0. So what are we to do actually? Subtract here. Next, by how much should 32 be increased to get 60? I'm not taking the decimal part. Means how much more do I need to add to 32 to make it 60? What would you do? So in question number 6, how much should 32 be increased to get 60? That is our question. So if 32 has to be increased, if 32 is increased by 28, we get 60. Now with 60 and 32, what have we done? From 60, you subtracted 32 and you got 28. So here you are not going to subtract 32, but you would subtract 32.987. That's how you'll do question number 6. Number 7. By how much should 72.5 be decreased to get 18.76? So instead of this, how will you say by how much should 7 be decreased to get 1? Means if I want 7 to become 1, by how much should I decrease it? What should I subtract from 7 so that it becomes 1? So in question number 7, we have to subtract 18.76 from 72.5. Next, the sum of two numbers is this. If one of the numbers is this, find the other. So we know the total of two numbers and we know one of the numbers that we added. We do not know what the other number is. So how do we get the other number? We have done a similar type of a question when we have done fractions and even whole numbers. So who will tell me? So to get the other number, you have to subtract from the sum. You subtract one of the numbers, you'll automatically get the other number. Now we go to the last question of the exercise. Sajjal bought a geometry box for these many rupees and an exercise book for rupees this much from a bookshop. He gave a 500 rupee note to the shopkeeper. What amount did he get back? Now this is a simple type of a question. It's the difference is only that these are decimal numbers. Okay, had they been whole numbers, you would have known what you have to do. Anyways, so you tell me now what has to be done. So here the amount which is spent, we need to first find out the total of that. So the cost of the geometry box and the price of the book, these two numbers, the first and the second numbers, need to be added. So you get the total amount spent, and he is paying 500 rupees to the shopkeeper. So from this amount which is paying to the shopkeeper, you will subtract the sum of the first and the second number. So you know that the amount the shopkeeper will return to Sajjal.